Good afternoon. This is Butterfly Blackout, along with Jeff and Truth. Coronavirus is real. You may experience some symptoms. However, in the case of celebrities and celebrity spouses, if you do become infected with this virus, it is apparent you will recover in a week and have barely any symptoms. But don't worry, coronavirus is real. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Bottom Lance has been going on a tour, a publicity tour, to discuss that she and some of her family members have come down or have contracted the virus. We wish her family a speedy recovery. Yet an 8-year-old girl was gunned down in the streets of Atlanta. What's more important? The mayor being infected with coronavirus and barely having any symptoms and should make a full recovery with no hospitalization, or an 8-year-old girl who was gunned down by a Black Lives Matter person? Do Black lives really matter? Do any lives matter? Last night I received some disturbing news. So did many people. The talk of the town is Wayfair. You know, that site that you go to where you can buy furniture and other types of stuff from third parties. Well, news came out that they were selling cabinets. These cabinets were like $13,000. Kind of odd, don't you think? What's going on? And if you notice, these cabinets have the first names of young girls. That's kind of odd too, right? Can you make the connection? Sources say that these cabinets are part of a whole child sex trafficking ring. Don't believe it? Well, let's see. The first missing girl we have is, what's her name? I can't see it.
Yaritza.
Samaya.
Yeah. Oh, Samaya Shelf. Sorry.
And her cabinet sells for $12,899.99. Now, if you speak to the spokespeople from Wayfair, they tell you it was a glitch. $13,000, $12,000, that's a big glitch. I don't know. Did you misplace a point? Was it $12.89? Like, what am I missing? Do we round to the nearest 10th or 100th or 1,000? Who's the next girl?
Is the one under?
Annabelle Wilson. She's been missing since May 13th, 2020. Guess what? Annabelle has a storage unit named after her, too. What does hers go by?
Let's see what hers went for. She's in here somewhere.
Oh, that's too small. I can't see that.
Hers is $10,899.99. Oh, she's only worth $10,000?
Well, at least the black girl's
She's
worth
got
it.
glasses, right? Are you not disturbed by this? Because you should be, because it could be one of your children. You don't think that this is an issue? Okay. We have Yaritza Castro. She's been missing since June 10th, 2020. Yet she has a cabinet going for $13,799.99.
Well, it's marked down. $15,975.
Oh, shoot.
You really
she must
forgot
have pissed
that.
somebody off, and then they marked it down to $13,000, okay?
Well, could be
thought
open
it,
box.
we thought it was a menstruation, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
She's a fighter.
That's what they call open box.
So, how do I know this is real? Well, I was tuned in to Angela Stanton King's live, and she had another young lady come in to her live on Instagram. Her name is Kyla Coleman, who went missing, but she has been found. And guess what? There's a storage cabinet in her name for $12,099.99. Her mom is a cop. They're getting their attorneys together. Wayfair. Really? Do you think American people are stupid? Now, you may claim that you don't know, but we all know you know. And you got caught. Because people can put 2 plus 2 equals 4, so we can put it together. Now, I'm trying to understand, it's kind of like Pizzagate. Remember that whole conspiracy?
Okay.
Nobody paid attention to it really until it was broken down how it works. Wayfair's the same way. You have these cabinets. You enter certain codes into certain websites, and voila, pictures of kids pop up. And should you pick or you select one of the pictures, you can see a child, let's take a girl, in her underwear. Like you're auctioning these children off.
Yeah, but this was an open source, though. This was an open public forum. This part. That would have been, like, dummy rule number 101.
That's not dummy rule 101.
Why would you open list it to regular folks instead of the people who are buying on the regular?
Because the thing is, you have to be out in the open with it. Okay?
That's too open.
That is not
At least
too
give
open,
you a
because
code.
who else was paying attention?
Everybody who was looking for shows.
Nobody
That's why
was
they
paying.
found it.
Do you know how long they were doing it for?
It's been over a week. It's been over a week that has been up there.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be discreet, but then you want to be out there. Some people don't really know what they're doing, so they make mistakes like this. And now people are paying attention. Now they're in tune to what is going on.
Right.
Okay? Nobody paid attention to Pizzagate until we actually had to have that conversation, and then people did documentaries, and when they broke it down as to how it worked,
Right.
then we were all looking stupid like, wait a minute. So in an email, when you said, oh, let's go to lunch, and you were out to lunch for a slice of pizza for 4 hours. Yeah, sir. For 4 hours, a slice of pizza?
It's a big piece.
This is a big kind of error on their part to mark up a cabinet for $13,000, and then yet, if you click on certain links, you're directed to, what, child pornography? Naked girls, naked boys? These are children that
So
are
they-
being exploited.
So they had the links there too.
No, there's another way to get the link.
Okay.
I was just devastated when I saw what the lady did and how she got to where she got
How
to.
she put the names with the faces of the girls.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there was more to it than just that. But then to have that actual girl pop up and she explained what happened to her, it was mind blowing. So now, not only do we need to protect ourselves, we got to protect our kids. And I'm wondering what the authorities are doing about this.
Could we break
But I
down
think
what
it's
she
a lot bigger.
what she went through?
Huh?
Could we break down what she went through to really like drive it home?
No, because I only got a clip.
Oh, you only got a okay.
I only
Okay.
got a clip of it. So I was
Okay.
like, what the heck? So I had to listen to the whole, not her part, but she did another live, Angela Stan King, and I was just like disgusted by what I was seeing, especially when this other parent was able to go as far as she did. And there's like other different sites,
Mm-hmm.
like search engines.
Yes.
It's crazy. And then I'm thinking to myself, lady, I don't think you should be doing that, because what if the FBI figures out that you know how to access? They may think that you're a part of it. So,
It is illegal if you go on some of those dark web sites. And dark web just means places that aren't easily public accessed by Google, Bing. You pick one of your search engines, meaning you know directly the site to go to, which the lady was referring to
yeah.
on her on Miss Stan's live or whatever it was. It's illegal because some of those places sell everything: drugs, pills, bodies, guns, fake guns, real guns, or everything. So it can be you may get a federal charge if you're on there doing some stuff.
All right, so segue to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
That's Epstein's partner in crime. Now,
Mhm.
she's locked up. They want to release her because of COVID-19. No,
Countdown.
they're going to release you because they want to kill you.
Yeah, she gonna die.
Here's my thing. To me, she's sitting pretty. Because she's
Think so?
America's most wanted woman. All she has to do is make the sweetest deal and she can walk away free. She's the black book.
We done went over this last week. She gonna be gone before she steps 2 feet out of
She's
there.
the black book. I thought about it some more. All she has there's bigger fish to fry. She's just the one person.
The bigger fish will get to her before any justice system gets to her. 2, any good lawyer worth his weight, worth his socks in water is gonna sit there and say, "How'd you find her? She was in the middle of nowhere.
But I heard them say that they were tracking her.
How'd you track her?" The girl got 5 passports from different countries. She's not. Oh, she's a. What is that? A quadruple? What is whatever a queen for state rep? Why would she stay in America at this time? She was probably trying to leave, and they said she was in the middle of the woods in Connecticut. which
I
which is
think-
And
hard.
sometimes you gotta hide in plain sight, which is always the best thing to do.
I give you that, but you're not gonna be on your cell phone. Yeah, this is true. I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Ron Judge
I
Street.
think that they were hoping she would lead them to other people, but that didn't happen, and they just went and grabbed her. I don't know, but this is disturbing. You should be disturbed by this. I don't believe Wayfair. I think they're a bunch of scam artists, and I think they have something to do with it. And especially since George Soros, his
Mhm.
name is affiliated with that company.
Yes, it is.
Houston, isn't that the same? Houston, we have a problem.
Yes.
I never even shopped at Wayfair. Now I know why.
Well, I mean,
shit's
they-
cheap. But go ahead.
Unfortunately, in the
No, it's
United
all cheap
States,
stuff.
Not all the stuff is cheap.
No, I don't mean by price. I mean quality. It's like.
So you're
cheap.
calling these girls cheap now?
Oh Lord, woman. Well, I mean, for 15 grand, I couldn't afford it. No way.
that's a very real high. My issue with this is until America starts doing what a lot of these other countries are doing, and that is castrating motherfuckers and making that crime very, very painful. There are going to be people out there that are going to continue to do it. Now, there are doctors that travel to Philippines and Thailand to sleep with these little girls. That's their country. That's what they want to do. And they know. Ain't no doctor going to Thailand and ain't operate on nobody and come back happy and go lucky. If you make the crime punishable by something severe, like other countries, you steal something to chop your hand off. Not too many people steal. It doesn't like crime, that particular crime doesn't go away all the way. But if someone does this, you just cut their balls off.
Do you think Prince Andrew should be trialed for his
Absolutely.
involvement?
We know he's guilty, sir.
Okay.
We know that. He can say whatever he wants out of his mouth. His body language gives it away.
He comes from a family of incest, though.
That's not my problem. That's on them. That's what they do. That's what they like to do. Okay, but that girl did not ask for you to be sweating all over her. So
I get you.
it is what it is. That's what the Europeans do. That's not what we do over here, sir.
So why you blocking the? He in Europe. He was chilling doing his Europe thing.
Okay,
Why should he suffer at the hands of an American system? And I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm just saying why should he suffer at American system when he never did it here?
Question, and I'm trying to
Apparently.
think. She is American and she has dual citizenship, or she's now
Maxine, Ghislaine?
not Ghislaine, the victim.
Oh,
That
the
was
victim.
Andrew.
She's
Or
now
is
in
she
America,
Australian?
but she was from another country.
So I don't know how that works.
I don't know how it works either, but they want to get to him to get to them.
It's
Well,
not gonna-
they actually want Maxine
Right.
to get to the royals to get to everybody else.
Maxwell.
Is it Maxine? Maxine
Maxwell.
Ghislaine? Maxwell.
And it never
Her name's
happened.
not Maxwell, was it?
Gasoline.
Jessalyn. Oh shit! I'm sorry, I'm missing them up. The other people we need to worry about. I think the royal family will take out. I think the Clintons will come back and take her out.
Thanks for tuning in, Triffier.
I think the Clintons are disgusting, but that's just my opinion. September 9th, I'll be watching on Court TV.
Did you hear her say that Bill ain't do nothing on the island?
He
was there, but he didn't do nothing.
Well, I mean, of course, she's always been the type. Well, this is where the wealthy
Yeah.
have the right understanding. Those marriages are always proper business moves,
I believe it.
Listen.
and you have to save the Clinton brand. Now, the black ones and the less wealthy ones and the Latin ones who don't have that money, they're the ones that cause a ruckus and then wind up broke in 2 or 3 years. Whereas, as far as the other ones, they still have their little side piece on the side, but they remain wealthy.
Bill Clinton got his penis sucked at the White House. I'm pretty sure he went to the island and was doing the same thing. The island is so big. Nobody was watching him for 24 hours. He was the one who said he wasn't even there. So you want us to believe, because you were seen, but you want us to believe that you didn't do anything.
Well, I mean, if women
Sir?
if women can believe they never do any wrong, then Bill wasn't there.
Just because you go to the house, just because you go to the party and everybody else doing drugs at the party, don't mean you did the drugs. Right or
My
wrong?
problem with it
It's
is
a
that
possibility. I'm not
my
saying
problem
probably.
is that he lied about being there when you didn't have to lie. If you didn't do anything wrong, what you lying for?
Because he thought he
Well, I
it
mean,
wasn't going to get as big.
You
and
can't
I'm
be associated
separating
with certain
myself.
things.
Yeah.
It's just like people who I know you my buddy, and I always kind of like bring it similar to like I always think that Jennifer Lopez and Puffy were in super heavenly love, but
Possible.
she put her career before she put her
Good for her.
happy.
She
But
seems
look how
unhappy.
right, but look how it benefited for her. It's the same process. It's the same process.
She
You're
would've
going
been-
to protect your brand and your wealth.
She could have been that next sacrifice and not Kim Porter. Think about that. She dodged a bullet.
You think Kim Porter? Shut up, man. What are you talking about? A whole sex island, and you thinking this lady was taken out?
We all know Bill went there. We know Bill went there.
Yeah.
Bill had some fun. Everybody who went there had some fun.
Yes.
But I will say this: Bill ain't into 2-year-olds.
I'm gonna keep it funky. I'm gonna keep it real funky. We're all missing the big point. This is like what they call a racketeering charge. You know what I'm saying? I got you for not paying your taxes, but you the biggest drug kingpin this side of Miami or something.
Yeah, bring everyone
So
included
I'm
in it.
gonna catch you because you was in a place where
Elliot
Royal
Ness.
was getting it. Yeah.
The Untouchables, yes.
Right.
Couldn't
With-
get
with
him on
a-
that, but you got him on
I got him on this. So think about it. We all got Trump here, right? And Trump's list of bad things goes down and down and down.
Okay.
And we try to catch him for everything. He was cheating on his wife. He was doing this. He owned this company. All
But
this
the
other
judge
stuff.
passed the thing to get his. They want to see his tax returns. The judge passed it. You gonna show it to us now?
Yeah, they're gonna
So
try.
they finally
gonna
passed
try.
it. But see, the thing about this is it just blows my mind about this situation. I thought they would get a grip of this with the whole Jared scandal
Jared from Subway.
from Subway, where you allow these individuals to be around, like you're allowing this stuff to happen. Ain't no grown ass man want to be around 12-year-olds all freaking day long in their hotel room at 2:00 in the morning.
Well,
But
and
then
that's
you
my point. They know this shit is
Right,
going on,
and they waiting
but
for something 'cause
that's
they're
their only
raking in
way
that money.
I can't touch you no way else.
Right, they raking
But
in
I'm
that
like,
money.
Catch you because you were looking at that 12-year-old and you was in the room when they was fondling her. Now we swoop you up. You know what I mean? We swoop you up with everybody else, and then now we just grilling you about something else.
And a similar situation with Penn State.
yeah.
Everybody was going
Yeah.
to Penn State. They were able to charge people $5 quadrillion to go
Don't
to
mess
Penn
up with that
State.
college, man. That's a
And
big
then
business.
the next thing you know, you're allowing
Yeah.
this man to play with little boys in the shower, and you just saying, "Well, I told someone, so it ain't my fault." What?
It's sad.
Are you serious?
I mean,
It's sad.
are we gonna cancel Penn State? Are we gonna cancel?
I wouldn't.
tried to.
Anybody they tried to, but you have still.
Tried to.
They kind of like swept it, kind of like under the rug, which is sad to say.
Well, they knew a couple of years. with a
Anyway,
couple of
but
things
I
where
would
we built the team.
I would have demolished that entire school.
Are you gonna? I mean, now we're talking about cancel culture. So we're canceling Goya all of a sudden because the Goya president went to the White House and said that Trump was a great president. Y'all got mad at him over that. He
Well, I
went
mean,
to
we
the
all
White House
know
when Obama was there.
Goya isn't owned by anyone Latin, so anyone buying Latin Goya saying I'm buying Latin products is lying to themselves.
So what you get mad for?
That's just like Black Lives Matter, people putting money to Black lives, and the people running it aren't black. So, keep
I'm sorry,
doing
Truth.
it.
Bring it back because they ain't hear you.
Keep
Because we talked about
keep
this.
doing yeah.
people.
Keep funding all these
You're
organizations.
funding the Democratic Party. You're funding white people. In fact, you're funding everybody but black people.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the difference between the movement and the organization. The organization is cancerous. The organization wants to take our men and make them women. Okay? The organization does not care about black people. The organization is run by white people and people with an agenda. Now, the movement is something totally different, but if you ask Don Lemon, the movement has nothing to do with black people. It's about the brutality with police.
Uncle Don.
So, okay, so since everybody was saying, like, all Black Lives Matter, I guess it has nothing to do with the trans community either. But he's not trans, he's just gay. But then again, why are we... Sidebar.
Yeah.
Gay is just a sexual preference, right?
Depending
The
who you
original
ask, it's only-
definition.
yeah.
Original definition
Was.
is someone who likes the same sex. See, they always consider gay as a man thing and lesbian as a female thing. But in all, it means someone who's attracted to the same sex.
Okay.
Okay.
So then a female who's attracted to a female is a lesbian.
Okay.
Yes,
Then a man attracted to a man is
he's gay.
A homosexual.
A
Well, homosexuality we both for
Right.
both, but yeah.
Because like they would like to separate each other, but then at certain times they want to bring each other together when
so
it
now
counts.
they want to put on our employment applications because they want to mandate, or I should say, let me be specific, the
Okay.
left, aka the Democrats, want to mandate that employees or employers hire gay people.
How you gonna force someone to
See.
hire?
So here's my thing.
Ah.
Why is your sexual preference, or what does your sexual preference have
Right.
to do with getting a job?
All right. Or your marital status, or anything else. Yeah, you're
But
right.
these companies still ask you what your
Race,
ethnicity
yeah, it's on there.
is.
It's on
when
there.
that was supposed to be taken off of every application in the late '90s or early 2000s.
Well, it's optional. They do ask you, but it's optional.
Yeah,
it's
try not filling
considered
that out and
optional
see them hand
because-
it back to
Exactly.
you.
Right, but I think it does matter and why you don't get jobs or why they don't look at you. But now you want to add that onto applications, so you're forced to hire someone who's gay, but they may not even have the requirements that you need for the job.
Well, you're gonna have a bunch of people acting like they're gay or
Are
being
they
pretending.
trying to make it a federal law? Like you gotta hire.
It's
Well,
going
so
to be a problem for
many black
EEOC
people?
because, okay, so do you want me to tell you that, what do I say, that I'm not gay, I'm non-gay, or I'm heterosexual? Why do you care who I sleep with?
Are we relating sex to color or race now?
Okay, so that's the question. So here's the thing. Why are we labeling people by their sexual preference? To me, you're just Jeff. Okay?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Every time I see you, you're Jeff. Maybe in the evening, you're Jennifer.
Okay.
Okay? That's none of my business. But
And it-
say you're tired of being Jeff and you want to be Jennifer full time.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? So one day you come in and now you're Jennifer.
Right.
Okay, hi Jennifer. Okay, obviously we're shocked because we didn't know that you were Jennifer. We thought you were Jeff, and all of a sudden you're just showing us another side of you. But okay, fine, that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
So now you're known as Jennifer. You want us to call you Jennifer.
Okay.
So for a few months, we're gonna call you Jeff because we gotta get used to the whole Jennifer situation. That's just what it is.
Jen, I'm sorry.
And it's not even trying to be funny because
Right. Fair
dude
enough.
just sprung it up on
It's
us.
just the truth.
Okay. But
But you'll have an attitude because we're disrespecting you. Then you want to file a complaint because we're not going by what you asked us to. And it's like, but
Straight
you
to
just
HR.
sprung it up on us. He's got 5 kids at home and a nagging wife. He ain't got time for you and your bullshit. Okay? Me, I'm an airhead. I got dating issues. I'm just trying to get a date.
facts.
So I don't have time to deal with Jennifer and her bullshit. I
Right.
didn't even
Right.
know that I was making you uncomfortable. I'm just trying to do my job, my 9 to 5. But see, you bring your issues onto the workplace. So now I'm getting in trouble because I'm not respecting you. And me and Truth over here didn't give 2 shits, pardon my French, about you. So we didn't even know all this was going on.
Did-
But when you get introduced to, all of us, we have a new boss.
Yeah.
Our boss comes and he says, everybody introduce yourself. So he says, my name is Truth. I say, I'm Emily. Or he'll say, I'm Truth, I've been here for 5 years. I'm Emily, I've been here for 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jennifer. You say, I'm Jennifer and
Right.
I'm gay.
Right. Why would I say I'm gay? Well, I've been here for 5 years. I'm Jennifer. I've been here for 5 years.
No, because a lot of gay people, that's how they introduce themselves. They say, my name is, and I'm gay. What does being gay have to do with anything? He said, I've been here for 5 years. I said, I've been here for 10 years. All you had to do was just say, I'm Jennifer, and I've been here for 5 years.
Right.
But see, that's the thing that we're talking about. This has been an issue. This is what the left is pushing. The left is pushing us to accept gay people in everything we do. But he doesn't care who you sleep with. I don't care who you sleep with because we're not sleeping with you.
So then, here's where the legislation needs to be crystal clear, and have a whole 30 pages dedicated to it. You have to separate what you do at work, especially in the private sector. You don't care what I do at the end of the day. If I go home and become Jennifer,
No.
and now when I go get legally my name changed and I have the operation, whatever in this theory it may be, and I come in and I'm Jennifer, can Jennifer still do the job?
That's
You get what I'm saying?
99.9% of the
and-
employers want to know, can you do the job?
Can you
I don't
still
care
do the
what
job?
you do.
Right. Or does Jennifer need help that Jeff didn't need help to do this job? Which is now a strain on the job.
I removed my muscles. I can't lift it.
You get what I'm saying? Things like that. But no, yeah. Well, we talk about it. You take a hormone.
But here's the thing. So you take these hormones. And now it's affecting your work because of the hormone changes and
Of
the
course,
sweat and
of
everything's
course.
changing. So you're not, working to your full capacity. Now, do they have a right to suspend you and to discipline you?
You need to have legislation. Well, if you want to go as far as and just equate it to a sex change, and just in this part of the theory, then that's a whole separate legislation.
How is that separate legislation?
Hold on, let me finish.
Woman.
Hold on, let me finish. Because the same thing falls with somebody mentally unstable. If you are unstable and you come to work and you flip out every day, and I'm unstable Jeff, and I'm rah, 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 and I'm always bothering you, then that's an issue, and I don't take my medicine. So now it becomes a medical issue, whether it be stable Jennifer or unstable Jeff. You get what I'm saying?
How is that a medical issue? Because you're unstable because you're taking hormones. So now you're adjusting
That's still
to your hormones.
because it's still medicine. It's given out by a
Because you want to change
oh my
your
God, I
sex.
was gonna say
You want to
psychiatrist.
change from a guy to a woman. I'm a woman
A
every
pharmacist, there you
day, and I happen to be having my monthly, and I'm hot, I'm aggravated, and that just goes with the territory. So what? Do I get 30 pages of medical?
That's what we
references
talk
and-
about all the
No,
time.
but you
with
get
your-
you get family leave. You get extra, not paternity leave, extra leave for the thing. The males only get 2 weeks. You get other things that are awarded to you because of
talking
your
about pregnancy
biology.
and stuff? Okay.
If you're talking about biology,
Right.
now, once you get something from a pharmacist to help change your biology or any of your chemistries inside, that's a medical condition.
True.
How is
That-
that a medical condition?
That's how they.
You don't to
and
have
us,
your
it
natural
doesn't,
period right now.
But
Hold
to
on.
them, because you need the medicine to contain or continue
To continue being
that,
right. If
it's
Jeff
considered
becomes
medical.
Jennifer, and I want to go through all these changes and stuff, I need to take monthly medicines or whatever medicine, however long.
But that's your
to-
choice.
So it's a medical condition. It's not you. You don't choose to have your period, right? You're not
Right.
like, yo, you know what?
Because I'm a natural woman.
I'm gonna skip it for 2020, and we're gonna go right.
Like, I think I'm gonna go
it's-
to the beach
It could
this
be a
week.
medical
Let's
condition if
stop
something
that.
goes wrong, but it's a biological condition.
But
Right.
if it's your choice to change what you naturally were to be who you naturally
but this is
wanna-
why. But this is why I say.
know how to say it
I
without
know,
offending.
but this is why I say the legislation needs to be written towards that. If the Democrats, as you say, want to throw this transgender or everybody needs to put down their sex or what they're into at work at this time, then there needs to be legislations, federal legislations, and state legislations that regard this in detailed manner. Because here's the problem. Here's the problem. You see that theory you just gave me? Oh, I don't care if you come in and want to call yourself Jennifer. Can you still do the job, right?
Right.
That's the end. I don't care if you have a problem with being black and you always get busted up and beat down by the police. I just need you to come in and code for an hour. Can you still code for an hour? Or is that going to be a problem, you being here? See, that's a parallel that they throw. I don't care. Can you do the job?
See,
I don't care about your outside. I don't care if you go out to a protest. I don't care if you had 3 kids. I don't care if you shoot guns on the weekends. I don't care if you do this. Can you do the job?
But here's the thing: when you're a gay person,
Okay.
it seems like you make it or they make it our problem.
You think so? You think most
They
people?
Because
do
they throw it in your
command.
face.
They try to force you to respect their views, and to most people, what you do is what you do.
Right.
And a lot of times it feels like they really try to push and force you to accept them the way they want you to accept them, like hold their hand, walk in the street and shit. Like, you can do
Right.
whatever you want to do, that's on you. But again, we talk about it in your show all the time. It always falls back to the medication and these trillion-dollar pharmaceutical companies who are paying these senators and these congressmen to go on vacations to Dubai and all these other places, and they're going to keep these drugs and all these other situations going because it's profitable. You got to remember, we live in a country that will let a person die because they can't afford care.
True.
Where as far as
Very
Canada, care is free. But in the United States, all this brave heart and oh my gosh, we're such a loving and caring, you would literally let someone die because they can't afford that medication that can lengthen their life or save their life or operation. And this is the country we live in. It's a capitalism world.
It's a money thing, but I'm canceling Don Lemon because I just felt like his interview with Terry Crews was disgusting. I feel like Terry Crews has his own opinions, and everybody's entitled in America to have your own opinion. But to sit there and say that Black Lives Matter is not about black people, what?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, he's off.
No,
He's
really,
off
no,
base,
let's
so-
let's
he
talk
was
about
saying
it.
that it was about brutality
Yeah.
of, the police.
Right.
What Terry was saying, if Black Lives Matter, then you should be worried about the Black lives being lost in Chicago with all the gun violence and everything going on. So Don Lemon comes out and says, but that's a different situation.
Fair enough,
It's got
yes.
nothing to do with Black Lives Matter.
Right.
But then, I'm sorry, but then when we had the Black Lives Matter, it transformed into all Black Lives Matter, and trans black or black trans lives. But which way is it?
I don't know. They tried to combine everything
it's
with
trans,
lives
black
matter.
Trans
Trans
lives
lives.
matter. I'm sorry, I know I'm not trying to
Yes,
offend
black
nobody. I just don't
trans.
know how to say it.
It should be black trans. Yes.
Okay, but I'm confused. You just told him that it was about police brutality, but the whole movement, the organization actually started with Trayvon Martin's death.
True.
And then this portion of Black Lives Matter came about because of George Floyd. Remember him?
Right.
Okay, so now if transformed into trans Black Lives Matter, all Black Lives Matter, but now you're canceling all Black Lives Matter because the gun violence in New York and Chicago mean nothing to you. That's a whole separate movement.
Well, that's
Sorry,
the thing
what?
about it. They always want to make it what they want to make it about. And we talked about, again, if you want to do it right, tear it all down and rebuild it back up. And rebuild it the right way where it's fair to everyone, whether, I want someone or I shouldn't be forced to accept who you are. And I've always said that.
So wait a minute. So are we happy now that everybody's painting Black Lives Matter on the streets? I mean, are we satisfied now? Is that what we worked so hard for? Is that what this movement was about? Because it seems like we have a movement, we want certain things to take place and to be done on behalf of black folks, and now everybody's just running to just paint Black Lives Matter on the streets. Like that solves something. What did that solve? Just like electing President Obama for 8 years. What did that do? Just like Biden, everybody wants Biden to be president because he'll make a phenomenal president. You know what? We thought that because he was quiet for 8 years. He didn't speak until he opens his mouth, and now we're all like, damn. Now we know why we liked you because you were quiet.
They want Trump out so bad, they'll do anything.
You want Trump out so bad that you will elect a man who's probably dying from dementia at this point. He doesn't know where the hell he is. You're going to you're being fraudulent by telling us that it's him, but it's really whoever his VP is. And ladies and gentlemen, it may not be a black woman. He said a woman of color, which means it opens up to anybody that's not white. Okay? And I hope he chooses someone that's not black just so it's in your face.
It'd be someone Jewish.
While we here, do you think Kanye's comment is gonna fuck up the vote? Like he's gonna split
here's
the vote?
thing, and I got something
You think
for
so?
that.
Kanye got paid for that.
I got something
No.
for that.
Okay.
If indeed Kanye suffers from being bipolar, and if in fact he is off his medication,
Okay.
why are you making fun of him? Why are you making fun of somebody with a mental illness? That could be one of your family members who suffers from being bipolar. People, when they're bipolar and they take their medication, they feel good sometimes, and they feel, like he said, it stifles his creativity, so sometimes he stops taking it. Okay? Now, he stopped taking his medication, so now he's off his rockers and he's doing whatever. What gives you the right to make fun of somebody like that? Why do we sit there and call people coons? Because they like Trump. Why you call them coons or bed wenches when they like to date outside their race and they're a black woman? But when a black man dates a white woman or a Spanish woman, it's okay, it's acceptable. Why is that? But we're supposed to be united, right? But then we call each other names. We're supposed to be united, but yeah, we shooting and killing each other. But if I don't think the way you think, I'm a traitor. Because why? Because I walked away from the Democrats? No, I walked away from the Democrats because guess what? My eyes are open. Okay? They'd rather me abort my child saying that it's health care. It's not health care. You're not offering me any other possibilities than just to go and abort my child. You put the abortion clinics in my neighborhoods. What if I was having issues with fertility? I gotta go to white neighborhoods for that. You want them to, have their babies, but you want us to kill our babies, and we're okay with that because we've been drilled to say it's okay. It's pro-choice. It's my body. I can do whatever I want. If it's my body and I can do whatever I want, then I should be able to use a condom. I should be able to ask my partner, let's strap up so I don't get pregnant. I should be able to get on birth control so I don't have an accident. I should be able to take the Plan B that's available. Okay? They got a female condom. Why are we not promoting that?
You have that right, and we are.
That's my choice, right?
Called the court
You
system.
are.
You know how much the court system
Wait a minute.
generates?
I got something for you.
Let's
I
go.
got
Ahead.
something for you.
Go ahead.
You and I have sex. I get pregnant. I decide, you know what? I'm going to keep this baby. You like, oh, hell no. You like, hell no, bitch.
Okay.
I can't. No, I don't want the baby. You should get an abortion.
Okay.
I'm like, no. You're like, well, I can't take care of this kid.
Okay.
You going to?
So I have. What happened?
No, I'm saying, yeah, I know where you're going.
Finish
You-
your
So
thing.
I have the baby. And then what happens?
Child support.
Then now you get hit with child support, but you tell the judge, but judge, I did not want this baby.
Can't you sign your rights, right?
No.
And the judge says, well, listen, you laid down, you didn't use protection, so
You
hey,
can
this is
sign
what
over
happens.
your parental rights as far as what you like control of, like, okay, well, I don't want him to go in that school.
Yeah.
My visiting rights and stuff like that.
But you're still be on the
as
hook
far
for
as
child
the
support?
woman, if she says you're on it, you're on it. Now, unless she says that she doesn't want you to be on it, she doesn't want anything from you, then that's cool. But then now she cannot go to any kind of state
don't
assistance
get
against
any-
any
yeah.
help.
Okay, so
Sorry,
now I'm
sorry.
going to flip it for you. So now we had sex, we were careless, we got pregnant.
Okay.
Okay, it was a one-time thing. Damn it, that one time.
Okay.
All right? Now, I want an abortion.
Okay.
I can have a baby by you. All right, it's too much drama.
Fair enough.
You don't want me to have an abortion. You're like, listen, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I'd rather you have this baby. And if you don't feel like you give me all the options, you're like, listen, if you don't want to take care of the baby, I'll take. You wanted to be a father. You're like, yeah, I'll take it. And I'm like, nah, sorry, I'm getting an abortion. It's my choice. It's my body. I can do that.
Right.
What do you get out of the deal?
Nothing.
You
What
got.
can you do? What's your choice?
We don't have a choice, unfortunately.
I'm sorry, say that again.
We do not have a choice, unfortunately.
But it's not his
on,
body.
on anything.
Oh, 'cause
But it's not his body. Because if that was the case, then he can take you anytime he wants. The good old rape argument.
No, that's not. What are you talking about, rape? You just
It's
said
the- it's
that
the
we
good-
made a baby together. We had sex.
And you don't want to
Consenting
keep
adults
it.
have
Right.
sex.
And you don't want to keep it. And you're
I
like, hey,
don't want to keep
and
it.
he wants to keep it.
He wants to keep it.
it's not his body. It's not his body, so it's not his choice.
Well,
But
see,
you're
the
telling
way
me
the
that
way
pregnancy
Butterfly is
that
saying
happened,
it,
that
way
the baby inside me is not his. He doesn't have a choice.
well, the way Butterfly
No.
is saying it, it makes perfect sense. So, if I don't want to have it and she has it, I'm on the hook. But I
So-
want her to have it and she doesn't want to have it, then she's able to make that decision. So no matter
Right.
what, someone is screwed. But you know how I say
But
it.
you're only on the hook financially. Because if you sign away your parental rights and you still on the hook financially,
Right.
Let's say you just be like, all right, take this check. Don't ever talk to me again, child. And woman. And so here's the deal, but it's still your body, your choice. She chose to raise that
Right.
now bastard. She chose to raise that child.
Right.
So I was there for the nut. I wasn't there for whatever came after. Now, in your theory, she chose to get rid of that child.
Right.
Fair enough. Her body, her choice.
His baby. He doesn't have a choice. That's his baby too.
No.
Well, there's two
Not
sides of
just
the
committed
coins.
murder and I murdered his child. He should sue my ass.
Well, see, that's why they when they come up with the whole when can you, when can't you,
Or when life is.
when
When
life
is life.
is, to put that in there. But at the end of the day, there are two sides of the coins to this whole situation. Like Neil dated a woman who got pregnant, found out the baby wasn't his, but he raised the baby like it was, and he was on the hook for a baby that wasn't his.
That's because over in California, I know that was because it was in California, right?
He had to
And
give
it
her
was by the
one lump
laws of
sum,
California.
and he hasn't
That's
seen the
his
baby
fault.
since.
That's his fault.
How is it his fault?
Yes, it is his fault. You know why? Because you
He
don't
trusted,
sit there and pick up for a kid that
but
ain't yours.
he trusted that woman,
He
which you're
trusted what
supposed
she
to
said
do.
is his.
I say if you want to get rid of this altogether,
Oh.
in order to put someone on child support, you have to have a DNA test. That'll stop this all the way. Stop it all the way. In order to get any kind of help from any kind of government, you have to know who your baby father is. So you don't have this Maury situation with 12-day baby daddies. I'm running on stage. I'm crying. There's nobody else. And
No, there
I
is
know
somebody
who it
else. They
is.
just don't want to name that person because they're ashamed.
Exactly.
But
Well, they ain't
here's
ashamed. They love
scenario
that. What's his
three.
name?
I slept with him because guess what? Truth Live TV blew up, and
Gotcha.
he's in for like $8 million. He's worth $8 million now.
Gotcha.
And I was like, cha-ching. So we have sex.
Gotcha.
I managed to, I'm like, don't worry about it. Just pull out whatever. But I did my little trick, and he nutted inside me.
Gotcha.
Boom, I'm pregnant.
Just
Gotcha.
call me
Right?
Future then,
Yeah, exactly.
because that's all he do.
Just example. So then, what happens is, I say, I'm about to have this baby.
Right,
Gotcha.
whether I want it or
He
not.
said, hell no.
Right.
I was like, but I really want
What's
this
good,
baby.
Frank?
He said, fuck you, no.
Right.
You gonna get an abortion. I didn't sign up for that shit. He was like, that was a mistake. I know what we did, but shit, we can't do that,
I'm
right?
with you.
He busy entertaining some other chick he trying to make his wife.
Right.
He can't be having no side baby like that.
Fair enough.
And I'm like, no. So now I have this baby that he clearly didn't want. We went over this back and forth. Goes to the judge. He did not want this baby. They had a conversation. He'll sign away his rights. Now, because he's worth
Still-
$8 million, I get a chunk of that. Why?
Yes.
Because it's the lifestyle that I would have lived had he been a full-time daddy.
Well, you would get
Well, no.
you yourself.
Child support.
Child support you would get wouldn't be as far. It would be a portion of my lifestyle.
Yes.
So I think all right. So Puffy, I think has been at one time he's paying $25,000 a week for one of his kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
$25,000 a week.
He's worth $8 million. I said. How much
800.
is that?
Who? Piff Puffy?
You said- no, she said, and
How
you.
much
Oh,
money I'm
at this
getting?
Yeah.
point,
So
you're
you
$8
would.
million.
But see, the problem with that is what they understand is. If he has with the amount of kids that this gentleman has, you're not gonna get as much as all the other ones, but you'll still get a pretty decent change.
Enough to live a middle class
So
life.
you have some people that can live off of $5,000
Without
a
working.
month.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. He's $8
Well,
million.
I guess you have to work or get another baby daddy.
You have to work
Because the first one already done learned your game.
right. So
But-
the more kids you have,
Yeah.
the less it gets.
Okay, they're rolling out one.
So
Right.
no,
then-
we have one, but I have 400. I have like 5 or 6
Right,
with other
right,
women.
right.
So you'll get a portion. So
okay.
you'll wind up getting about $3,000 to $5,000 per month. I mean per week.
So
I mean, per
Jeff,
month.
So what happened was.
How much of that should you own? But no, I get you. But still, it's still that woman's choice. That her body, her choice, and it's his foolishness for sleeping with her, knowing. Well, he didn't know. Maybe he didn't.
Well, he know most
You
of
know what I'm saying?
most of
Yeah.
these
Y'all
stars.
can't put on condoms. What's the problem?
It's not
But
that.
but that's what I'm saying. So you have the right to do all that. The guy could strap up, and the girl be like, "Nah, I trust you. Go ahead." And be like, "Nah, I'm good. Let me double strap." The guy got the choice to do that. The woman got the choice. If the condom break, the plan B failed, all this shit failed,
It can't
and I don't
fail.
want it.
You
Go
take
ahead.
it. Plan B
Well,
No,
does
it's
not
not.
fail.
Yes, it does.
Well, you-
and the
you-
more you,
you shoulda
take that
crushed
shit,
it up in her
which I'm
morning
gonna tell you
orange
right
juice.
now,
You crush that morning pill up in her morning orange juice.
You stupid.
She'll be good.
Stupid. I ain't fuck with you. The more you take it, the body has builds
Tolerance.
tolerance, for a lack of a better term, is another word for it, but it breaks it down. So it's like 97%, 96%.
Keeps going down and
You
down.
doing that?
And the way these
I worked in a pharmacy. I know this shit.
way these
And
chicks-
girls
that's
come in
what
there and
you
get the
know.
shit there.
the way these chicks do it, it'll be down to 1% in a week.
But the doctor will tell you that. The doctor will automatically tell you that.
See, but here's the thing: it's not the women's fault, and I'll say that. Unfortunately, you have these guys who haven't had a great sex life, and now that you have the money, there are a type of women that you will be around that you've never thought you would be a blessed to be around type situation,
Or do the
and they
crazy
actually
stuff you
want to spend time with you. They actually want to show you all this attention. And for a person who's never had that, you want it. And of course, it's game. Kenny Anderson's ex-wife started a website to show every woman how much every guy in sports makes. It's a website set up for it. You know how much he makes all the way down to his endorsements. So these women are targeting
Well,
you.
why you gonna do that? You gonna go to work every day when you know that girl making 5 times the amount of you sitting on her butt. So if you're just that not even or materialistic, you would do the same, whether you cared for that child or not.
I mean, look at Nipsey Hussle ex-girlfriend. I mean, they weren't married. She had a baby by Wayne. She had a baby by him. She's set for life.
True.
Now, she didn't want to marry neither one of them, but she'll keep having kids.
Amen.
These women, these days, if you're pretty, you have a nice face, a nice body, you're good at whatever you do,
Stop
you
playing.
can survive. You can make a living
Well,
off
she
of
wasn't
getting
the
pregnant.
greatest actress, so she had to do something.
Who? What's her name?
She was okay. It was more her sexiness, her appeal.
I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
She
It's the
wasn't.
truth. She wasn't horrible, but
She wasn't horrible, but she just wasn't like I wasn't checking for her like that. She was a pretty girl, and I think she.
That's
used her
what did it.
pretty
That's
to
what
get
did
what
it.
she got.
because she
I'm not
even
trying to be disrespectful. It's facts.
Oh.
yeah, but that's the thing. That's how you can make your career living now, being attractive, and going from this person to that person. What's that Spanish girl? The one that's good, the Basketball Wives, the one that Ocho Cinco headbutted. The Spanish chick,
Evelyn Lozada?
Evelyn Lozada.
Oh, my Lord,
Look,
he
she
said
goes
he
from
headbutted?
yeah, he did. It was funny as hell. She goes from superstar to superstar to superstar.
They got married and got into an argument.
Married, divorced,
But-
married, divorced. Kids by this one, kids by that one.
So then they got divorced.
Yeah, so that's
He's
how
not even
she's
tall,
always
dude.
been.
That shit is
They were sitting in the car. And they got into an argument.
Damn, in the
and
car?
Like, headbutted her.
I don't know what man will headbutt a chick anyway, but it just goes to show you this is how this is set up. To where if you're very attractive, you can make a living off of having kids.
same
That's your living. Is having kids by different
It's a-
fathers that have money.
Welcome to America.
So I gotta find me somebody who's got money.
You
Yeah,
laugh.
and have a baby.
You laugh. One good night.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah.
With the right
I'm gonna
person,
name my baby royalty.
you'd be set
Just
for
like
life.
Chris Brown to get the
No.
motherfucking checks.
That was just. But since we're on this cancel culture train, now Halle Berry's canceled. What did Halle Berry do? Halle Berry says she was preparing to star in a movie about playing a transgendered character.
Yes.
And the community came after her. I think because they feel like if you're going to cast someone, cast a real transgendered woman. Here we go again.
I need to go sit their asses down
She backed
somewhere.
out of that, though.
As many
Because
movies,
they came after her.
right? But
No, I
as
thought
many
she backed out beforehand.
as
She
many
said-
movies they had about Jesus
She
and
wrote it
gods and all the mother effers been white. I don't hear nothing.
No, because God was also played by Morgan Freeman too.
Are you talking about that Jim Carrey shit? Get
Yeah.
out of here. Get out of here now. What are
The,
you talking about?
Passion
You get
of
You
Christ,
get a comedy. They
the
get
greatest story
they-
ever
Shout out.
told.
Passion of Christ was good. Well, hold on, that was different.
I don't care who it was.
Passion
That
of
man
Christ
was still white.
Is he white though?
Chavez or whatever his name is,
Is
the
he
actor
white?
from the
Yeah.
actor from the machine or whatever. He's
Oh
he's
yes,
white.
yes.
But
yeah, yeah.
I didn't find an issue with it. Like, see, it's all about perception.
And no, it was. See,
the
the thing about it, it was a great movie. So you let it pass. But if they're up in arms about that, and then every God movie you've seen has been paid by somebody white.
Sure.
Look at what was it? Cleopatra was played by Liz Taylor.
Yep.
Are you man, Halle Berry? If you don't go take that freaking role, tell them to kiss your behind.
Basically, yeah, kiss my ass. You can do whatever it is you want to. You don't have to. So basically, what you're doing is we already have issues in Hollywood with, black people not getting enough roles or having roles written for them. But now you want to get into, okay, so now these roles that are supposed to be gay roles, you want to go to gay people.
Well, Holly, just hold
Yeah,
hold
said
a
it
woman's
right.
hand and tell them you buy, and you be able to get the role.
Remember back in the day when a character or an actor they got a script and they had to portray somebody with a skill or something, and
Yes.
they would go and they would sit down with somebody and learn a trade or something like that, so that way they could prep for
Method.
their.
Yeah,
The method.
Okay.
I mean,
Why
she could
couldn't
sit
Halle
down
do
with
that?
a couple of
What's so wrong
women.
with her
How is she gonna do that?
walking in the shoes of
She's-
trans to get an understanding of what they're going to, so she can portray that?
Well, yeah, she
Well, how
can.
can
There are a
she
lot
do
of there are a lot of stars out there.
That's like me being Jeff. I'm gonna need you to model a woman today. You know what I mean? It'd be like well.
Well, this one is
Okay.
I think it's a little different because
the
like
outside stuff, I can't get the.
if you
internal
can be
feelings.
there with a person and see their daily the things they have to go through daily and things they have to put up with being a man, but you're portraying yourself as a woman with or without surgery,
Right, but
and
that-
all the makeup and stuff you have to put on. You can learn that person's role, even though you won't fully understand it because you haven't
But
dealt
that's-
with the surgery.
That's my point. If they're trying to sell it, I can do the outside role, the outside stuff. Yeah,
Right.
no problem. You know what I mean? And people hate me, and I can portray that as far as I can. But I can't get the true feeling of a woman.
Well, it's just like
they say, Jeff, you're gonna be a person that transitioned and had a baby. I don't know what the hell that shit is.
Well,
you know what having a baby is.
What was
I
the
know.
movie
You know what I
that
mean?
with the
I'm sorry, say that again.
What?
I know how to have a baby.
I said you had a baby. I haven't.
Okay.
I said even if I transition to a
But
woman, I
you
didn't
understand
pop out a
that the
baby.
community, they're trying to get that experience.
Well, no, they want the right thing, the right person, or whatever the hell it is, the person that they're asking for to be the same thing as betrayed.
Men can have periods too.
When do men bleed?
What do you mean, when do men bleed?
When do men bleed naturally?
Naturally?
Naturally.
Naturally, men don't bleed.
Not with being hurt or something like that. But here's my deal. If we're freaking over this, what do you feel about all the black voice actors? They were saying, a
Facts.
lot of the white characters, white people play the black voices that you see on here on TV.
I really don't care because it's called
That part
voiceover.
didn't care.
I don't
They
care.
already got to
because
put them all in the
voiceover.
same category. If you're a bit,
You see what I'm saying? That goes to the same thing.
this
If
is
you want
body
a
over. That's
transgender
voiceover. This is body
to
over.
have that role, then you want
She would have to
the black
transform
person to have
herself
that
into
role.
a guy.
You want that.
Why couldn't she do that?
Okay, so
I mean, her
then-
chest ain't that big. She could,
So
them
then-
super bras. They be.
So then, what about if a white person played a black role?
They do all the time.
Sorry.
Continue from now on. So a white person played a black role. So what pissed me off, and people was like kind of looked at me crazy when they have the British actors play American black
You know
history
what? We
people.
don't have enough time for that. We don't have enough time for
So
that.
I guess that hit a
We don't have
nerve.
enough time
See,
for that.
look at
We don't have enough time
that.
for that.
That hit a nerve
That
because
did hit a nerve. You know
everybody
what?
that we saw on those TVs, talking about Jackie
That
Robinson
does
and all
hit a
stuff,
nerve.
none of them
Because-
are from America.
Because
Well, that's
you
Ilva.
have American
Actors.
It's
yeah,
Ilva,
actors,
but they won't let them play James Bond though.
That part is stupid.
But that's
I don't
official.
understand.
That's
White
from the-
people ain't
that's from
playing
the
with James
motherland.
Bond.
Yeah, that's from the motherland.
White
Like,
people ain't
nah,
playing
nah,
with
nah.
that James Bond.
But then again, I don't want him to play James Bond just to see him snuggled up with a woman that's not of color either.
I don't care what woman he snuggles.
James Bond
He's
smashed all the
actually
chicks.
he's
It don't
he-
matter.
he's a
Yeah,
natural.
girls, ladies.
He's from the country. He speaks that language. He doesn't have to play with his voice.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want someone from that country just because of the color of their
The
skin?
reason why it's a problem is because African American actors in the United States always get overlooked for roles. And they always go to the European actors. And for some reason, the European actors always got to come here looking for roles. And it's like, for y'all in Europe, stay in Europe and look for roles.
They come here, and the guy from Star Wars has said it. The guy who played Jackie Robinson has
What's
said
his
it.
name? Her name.
That's
Cynthia
a girl,
Erivo.
Cynthia Erivo. It's easier for them to get the parts
She
here.
came here to play Harriet Tubman.
Now,
but
think-
you
now,
had
what about
a
that
whole- You had another actress who played Harriet Tubman in the series Underground. Starts with an A. What's her name?
Couldn't help you with that one.
Okay.
But we get you. We get where
Yes.
you're going.
And you didn't tap her to play it, but you hired Cynthia Erivo. I didn't even watch Harriet Tubman.
I didn't watch it
because
either.
Something about it looked foul to me. But no.
I didn't watch it either. But these trickery things is part of the system that is always going to do that. Why go over there, go get one of them to play it instead of an American slave or someone who's tied to it.
You
know
don't
what
need
I'm
a
saying?
black
Like the
person
sin
to
of
do
the slave.
voiceovers. Anybody can do voiceovers. It's universal. It's for everybody. A person who does voiceovers has to be able to be multidimensional to do whatever they have to do. They went out for the job. They got the job. Now, last time I checked, if you saw somebody who said, "Hey, I need a voiceover for this character," you should just apply. I think they'll take whomever. You know what I mean? So we can't sit here and get upset because, or I don't think that white people should be stepping down from their jobs. Now, everybody has an opportunity to apply. It doesn't have to directly go to a black person. You have to apply. Just like they talk about the small businesses and how many of them didn't get the protection loans or whatever.
Okay.
Right? But how many of them applied?
That I don't know.
A lot of them didn't. Over 60% did not.
Okay.
What you think, the government's just going to give it to you? You have to fill out the application. And my friend, my best friend who has a small business, filled out the application. She said that was the hardest thing she ever had to do. She needed help. It is. You got to look at that application.
I've seen the application, and it's not that hard.
Well, listen, maybe she was exaggerating, but she had help filling it out. Now, here's the thing. All I'm saying is that if you
Go ahead.
want help, then you have to fill out the applications.
I get you.
If you don't fill them out, then you can't expect the government just to hand you stuff.
I get you. Look, I totally get it and respect where you're coming from that point. But I'm saying if you're going along these lines, then you got to throw in the voice actors too, because especially if they are drawing a black character or creating this black character with black or urban views. I don't leave it as urban. Wherever they're putting this person or thing that's supposed to be a
Everybody's
black,
reading off of the script.
they may want it. Yeah, but it depends. So you're gonna tell me you're gonna feel okay when a white guy is sitting there reading off a script that another white guy wrote about black people living in Newark?
No, but you know what? Here's what I will tell you. Congratulations to the Breakfast Club. I hear they're going to be initiated into the Radio Hall of Fame.
Oh, good.
Congratulations to Charlamagne. He got a new talk show
Yes.
on a Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Well, he's canceled too. Jessica Reed.
Oh my lord.
Until I hear, differently, I will keep canceling him.
Shout to Jada. That's what I want to know. Shout to her.
No, that's messy and stupid. That whole situation is messy and
Why?
stupid. So what we already
You
knew.
about women's rights? She's
What
living
we
the
already
dream.
knew was that they weren't together. That was obvious.
That's
It
not
was-
true. That's not true.
What
No.
you mean? That
They
wasn't
were
true?
together. They
Her
were
and
together.
Will?
Yes.
I knew they weren't together. Y'all
No.
don't pay attention?
You can pay attention to that we ain't together nonsense if you want. Ain't nobody starting no full-blown relationship with nobody else still living in the same house with their man.
I just want to know if y'all saw that 13-minute clip because he looked perturbed through that motherfucker. Like, if you don't cut
Yeah,
me
No,
That's
he was upset
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he had to go there and save his wife yet again.
And that's the problem. That's
Because
the
she
problem.
keep making the same
You
mistake
okay, man? You need some water?
over and over again.
It was his facial.
Messing
I
with
wish
a
you could see her
freaking.
facial expression.
She messed with a 12-year-old.
Yo, when she said
I keep asking the question, how old was he when she started messing
no, he
with
wasn't
him?
12.
No, he wasn't
was young.
12, but mentally, you could tell it was a. Here's the thing.
She took advantage of him.
She did.
I want to say she took advantage of him.
She said it.
No. She could try to finagle this all she want.
Yeah.
But when he came out, and shout out to Angela Lee for doing that. She should be ashamed of herself, but okay.
That's
She-
because she got destroyed, so she's trying to make something for herself. Ain't
So,
nobody buying that
so
crap.
she did this, and we all know rich people. When you talk about them, what did they hit you with? The defamation of characters.
Yeah.
You knew that defamation character wasn't coming nowhere here. But
Yeah.
when she came out and said she lied, he could have hit her with a defamation of character. All of a sudden, they got this big ass show where she comes clean.
I knew that
And
was.
then Will has to
So
sit there and
he
help
has
her
to sit
because she
here
brought herself,
and
so
help
he
her
gotta
right
ask her.
so they don't get hit with a defamation of character because she went off of instinct again and said, no, I ain't say that. He lying. Oh, really? Once you say that,
You
they
ain't make
start
him sign
suing.
an NDA? Like, I don't understand. What am I, like, how did y'all
Could
make
you
him?
let me take
Nah,
one?
because-
Let me take a page out of your book. Say that again.
You didn't make him sign an NDA?
And why doesn't this happen with other people? Because this is what other people, these more knowledgeable people, like you said, lighter melanated skin, have people sign these NDAs. You see, Justin
Prenups.
Bieber learned that lesson the first fucking
Don't
time.
come around me with
He
it.
learned
Yeah.
that. He learned that really
quick.
quick. So in order to have this is what you have to sign. Again, Will has to bite the bullet for his brash wife.
We
Well, that's
never
not
heard.
his wife. That's his life partner.
Yeah,
We
okay.
never heard none of Will's chicks act out of line. That's
He
what
probably
I'm
What?
got them unlocked.
saying. He
What?
never heard Will's
They-
chicks act
what?
out of
Men,
line.
I don't know.
What?
They ain't talking.
That's what I'm saying. Look, he should have shut up when the shut up was good, but I guess she was sloppy.
See, here's
No,
the thing.
she-
I think he was
she-
ready to go though.
She tried to embarrass August.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You have a young man who fell
Oh, he
head
fell in
over
love.
heels.
Yeah, he was in love.
Fed over head over
He
heels
was in
for you.
love.
It wasn't just the box. It was all the aspects
Everything
of
else,
it.
yeah.
You fell in love, and then you played with a young person's heart. And when you do that, they get spiteful. And he kept it in as long as he was going to keep it in. And eventually he said, you know what? Because I can't take it anymore. When everyone keep coming at me talking about you're a liar, you're thirsty, you're this and that, and he finally had to tell his truth. This man was so painful. This man released a 22nd song album. 27 songs. Never heard of that. Not even double CDs have 27 songs.
The last one that Chris did, the double album, that wasn't 27 songs?
I don't know.
Nah. It was close, but it wasn't it.
Oh, I thought it was.
27 songs. This
Listen,
man is
I don't
hurt.
really care about August like that. I don't really care about them like that. I mean, I thought they were canceled when they decided to have Red Table Talk and be open. And I'm thinking, nah, y'all might want to stay private like you've been staying private. I wouldn't do that, but hey.
Nah, she had to flip this some cat.
Okay, real quick before we go. Tiffany Haddish. Think she's
That
sexy?
nigga was good. Not now.
She
She
has a
supposed
nice
to Tamar
figure.
Braxton.
Yeah, she shaved her whole head, and they was making fun of her with that black actor. It was funny as hell.
Well, you know what it
With
is?
the
She
mold.
didn't have no makeup on.
And
Oh,
I think
Papa?
her-
What's his name?
I
Papa
forgot to
Pope?
yeah. I think she's sexy, especially because she has a very nice figure,
Yeah.
and that's someone that you could joke with all day long. But sometimes you have to play that to your benefit, and she's not doing that.
Yeah.
Like you need every little bit you got. You ain't ugly.
Yeah.
You got sex appeal to you, but shaving your head just took everything down.
She
a peg.
regular girl pretty.
Yeah, she regular girl.
She
pretty.
regular girl pretty.
Listen.
And I knew you was gonna make that face. That's why I didn't want to say it. But you don't know you ain't a dude. And you,
Regular girl
this is
pretty?
why this is
Yeah.
why you can't play a man until in a movie. Cause
She alright.
any man, white, black, or whatever,
Yeah, she
knew
alright.
exactly what I meant. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you right, you
She
right.
alright.
She
That's
not-
that's pretty much code
Yeah.
for she alright.
Yeah.
She ain't nothing superstar. You running be like, yo, look at the
You know who
baddest
like
chick
that
in the
too?
world.
Rosario Dawson.
No, she
She
can
ain't
get
the
it.
baddest
Oh,
bitch.
Lord, I-
No, she can get it, but she
What's
regular girl
so-
pretty.
No, she
But
not.
she
She
not
regular
no
girl
more.
pretty.
She with what's his face?
Well,
You
that
talking
ain't
about
nothing to
the-
do how she look. I'm just saying she regular.
You talking about the
girl.
light skinned one, right? Or the
Yeah,
dark
the
skin?
Spanish one. No, Rosario Dawson.
Oh, you talking about the dark one. You're not talking about the same chick.
A little
Because they both had the same name, but it's different. Like one was in that, one is dark, and she plays in the with the Marvel movies. That's
Yes,
what you're
that
talking
one.
about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I
Oh,
thought you were talking about the other.
Zaya
Oh, you're thinking of the other girl.
Yeah, you think of the other girl.
Boy.
Real quick, rest in peace to Naya Rivera.
Did they find her?
Well, listen, I'm still confused about this whole situation, but I can pretty much say that she's gone. I don't know why people think she's gonna just pop up somewhere. The water looked calm to me, so I'm still confused. So,
This is a clear foul play. Nobody's leaving no 4-year-old. I don't care how mentally unstable she is, and if
I was
she
just about
was,
to say,
if
was
she
she?
was mentally unstable, should have took her son with her,
Did they
because
say
that's
that
what
she
they
was?
do.
but see, what if she changed her mind?
No,
Because he said she went in, never came back out.
but here's the thing: when those women are mentally stable like that, they take the kids with them. Show me a case where it doesn't happen.
So then
You had a
where's the
woman
foul
who put
play?
drowned the kids in the car.
Where's the foul
You had the
play?
other woman that baked her kids.
That lake is that's a man-made lake.
No,
that's
I'm just
huge.
saying, like, when it
Anybody
goes-
could have came over and like
Yeah.
did some crazy stuff and threw her body
But
and
the
left the
kid
baby.
ever say he saw somebody else.
When
But
did the kid
look
go
at
to
the child's
sleep?
age,
That's
though.
what I'm saying. Like,
It's not
I
like
hope
this
they
child
don't tell
is-
us. They holding back everything that the boy is saying.
Yeah,
if
but
they're saying,
But it's
he's
not
only
like the
4.
child is 10, 11,
But I'm
12
like,
years old.
yo.
He's a 4 or 5.
Why
You can
wasn't
tell a
he-
4 or 5-year-old
Yeah.
what to do.
And
or
why
what to
wasn't
see.
he on the boat crying? Did he fall asleep crying? Mommy, where are you? Why? You know
Yeah,
what I'm
mommy
saying?
wasn't
But
there in
the
the first
person
place.
who rented out the boats, did he mention anybody else that was out there?
The post, they got him on the camera. He left. He gave her the boat. She was backing out, and then she took off. They were in the middle. That
Man,
was it.
it was a
But
very,
it's a huge lake. If you've
it's
ever
a
seen that,
very
Lake
good,
Piru.
very good cover-up job.
Yeah, you can
That
come
man
out from
knew.
the edge.
That man knew it was a camera when he pulled in. He knew to get out of the camera, then circle back.
Yeah.
You got to circle back to the other side of the lake. Allegedly, you got to say that properly.
So
but
what
no,
would be
it's
the point of
shaky.
killing her?
That's the thing.
You don't know.
It's something there,
don't
whether
know.
because here's the thing people understand: some certain people meet people they shouldn't meet, or someone open up and say things about to someone that they shouldn't have heard.
Well, they said the Glee curse. And the other 2 boys died.
So, like the first one, the quarterback, he died of a drug overdose.
Yeah.
The other one, who was like really cute,
He was
he was
suicidal.
into child pornography all of a sudden, and then he was going to
He
go
was
to
in
jail,
jail,
so
yep.
he killed himself.
All right, was Weinstein in charge of that back then? 'Cause
I don't think that was a Weinstein
I-
production.
No.
no, but saying like
it
a lot
wasn't.
of these people are into a lot of strange things.
Yeah.
and
It's
they either just like what was the Corey boys,
Oh,
one
Corey
who
Haim?
he,
Yes. that's
he
the
was
one.
he was fine.
So they touched him.
No, he was fine until he started talking about it.
Yeah.
He was over there in this little drug coma, and they were happy with him. But the moment he came out of that coma, and he was said Billy Bob Thornton. Well, I don't mean to say that name because that wasn't the name. I apologize. But he's just saying Billy Bob or Sean.
Charlie Sheen, because the other one named
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen.
he was pointing everybody out, and then all of a sudden now he was clean. He was super clean, gave drugs up. All of a sudden now he relapsed. Come on, people.
And then what happened?
Come
and
on,
even his
people.
friend, the other Corey, said that they probably killed him.
Yeah.
And then what
Because
what happened to him?
he had security. Nothing happened to him yet.
He died too.
No, he didn't.
No, the other one's still
He
alive.
went
Other
on
one good?
tour.
Okay.
He came out with his whole
He
biography
did a
or
book or
whatever.
something, right?
And
Yeah.
he has security because he said he knows once he starts naming, they're going to try and kill him.
I don't blame him. I don't
And I'm
blame
like,
him.
yo, you're supposed to tell it all. Tell it all.
No, you want to
Well,
die?
no, see, there's only certain things security can get you past. Because just like in the hood, there's always a bully bigger than the other bully. So
See, this is
no
why-
matter what kind of security you have, there's security that's better than your security.
You just got to give me
So
time
you
to
just
run.
got to know what to and
Give
what
me
not
time
to
to
say.
Yeah, that's it. Give me time to run.
Listen,
Hold him off while I start the car. It's got the remote
That
start.
shit,
we
man.
got too much to discuss in only an hour, under an hour. Oh my gosh. We'll be back next week.